Okay, this is our final video. We're going to be using the machine to do some carpet cleaning. In the previous video, we show you how to use the tile and grout cleaning tool, the hard surface cleaner. So this time, instead of using the garden hose, we're going to use the freshwater tank, the sub tank underneath, using the 12 DC pump, which as you follow the hose, it comes again and connects to the water inlet. Now this pump is controlled by a switch right here, which is called sub tank 12 volt pump. Okay, so just like the other setup that we did, of course, after checking your oil levels in the engine and in the pump, which basically you can see it through the window, and the engine, you'll be able to pull this dipstick out, as I said, as you pull it out in the same direction and checking the oil. Put the dipstick same direction in. Do not turn the dipstick around. Go straight in. So now we're going to go ahead and turn the machine on. But remember, prior to our startup, we want to make sure the machine setup is correctly as far as the switches being off, meters, thermostats, all the goodies. So we're going to start off from the front. We want the thermostat to be in the off position. We want our chemical meter off. The sub tank 12 volt pump off, chemical pump off, your throttle and the choke handle all the way to the right, the key off, and then your manual valve, manual cool off valve off. So we're going to go ahead and start it. In order to start the machine using the water tank underneath, you turn the key on. Then you're going to reach out and turn the sub tank 12 volt pump on. You can hear the pump start running. Okay, now we're coming back. We're going to go ahead and, just like the previous video, we're going to move the throttle a little bit to the high. We close the choke. As we're cranking, open the choke. Should be open. As usual, we're gonna let it run for about 60-some seconds to warm up, and then we're gonna go start the cleaning. Prior to cleaning, we're gonna raise the RPM, but I'm moving to a next video attaching to this one, showing you how to use the wand on carpet for the best performance for the machine. As far as the wand, you want the wand in a upside down position. You don't want to have the wand in this position, because you accidentally could step on it and break these fittings, which are very fragile. So let's have the wand in an upside position. We're going to go ahead and connect our vacuum hose here. We connect our pressure hose by pulling this ring back in here, push it in and let it go. Now, right now the machine is off, but there is a method into using the wand. As the machine is going to start operating, you're going to start getting suction buildup, which is going to make it very hard, especially on a commercial carpet, for the wand to be moved. So one of the as far as cutting down on the fatigue of working with a wand, there is a method that 90-some% of the carpet cleaners they use, which basically, as they move the wand forward, they let go of their left hand, they spring in. As they come back, they lift the wand to allow the wand to breathe air. At the same time, they let go of the trigger. So I'm about to do it in a complete motion. I go forward with my trigger on, forward, backward, off. As I'm lifting the wand, if you notice, my finger got off the trigger. So as I go forward again, I'm triggering back, off. Forward, back, off. And be kind of stand up. Do not bend back and forth, because then you're gonna start going through your having a fatigue with your back, which is gonna, of course, is gonna cause kind of backache in the following day. So again, as I'm going forward, I'm triggering and letting my left hand go, allow the wand to be pushed forward with my right hand. As I'm coming back, I just grab the wand to tilt it. At the same time, I let go of the trigger. So it's gonna be like boom, boom, off. All right, so we're gonna go right now, start the system and show you how this is done with the machine running. At the same time, while we're gonna have pressure and vacuum. All right, I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and do the cleaning. We'll already show you in a previous video how to handle the one while the machine was off. Again, before starting up the machine, you want to make sure your thermostat is off, your chemical meter is off, your sub-tank 12 DC pump is off, your chemical pump is off, throttle and the choke all the way to the right, key off, and your main manual cool off valve completely pointing towards the ground, which is off. We're about to start it. Starting from here, we're going to set our thermostat from off position. Let's go 212 degrees. We're going to turn our sub-tank pump on. It's going to come on once I turn the key on. You're going to see the green light coming on, which basically tells you that you have a good amount of water coming in. Now we're going to go ahead and start the system. We're going to go ahead and move the choke to the left. As I'm cranking, I'm going to open the choke. You're going to let the unit run for about 60-some seconds to warm up. Okay, while we're having the machine warming up, we want to make sure our thermostat is working. First of all, we want to make sure our dripper valve working, which it is. As I go around, look through the glass, you can see the water rolling. In order to check the thermostat, you want to turn it on off position. You should see more volume of water entering through that visi-glass. So we're going to go on off. You're going to see more water. So we're going to come back and set it on the degree that we wanted, 212. All right. So now we're going to let it warm up a little bit more before we're going to start cleaning. Okay, so the machine is already warmed up in about, well, we use like about 60 to 90 seconds. Now we're gonna go and set the thermostat. Or like about 212, 250, whatever you like. Then we're gonna increase the RPM to about 27 to 2900 RPM. Using your 4 fingers as a support and using your thumb. As you're moving the throttle to the left, take a look at your tachometer. So we taught you how to use the one while there was no suction, but once the machine starts running and you have suction, it's going to be kind of hard to put and you start sucking it against the floor. That's why it's always wise as you go forward and you come backward, lift the wand a little bit. So allow the wand to breathe. That way it kind of cuts down on the suction for you to be able to do the next stroke of forward, backward. Now at the same time, you want to spray forward, backward, and right there when you want to do when you want to lift the head of the one, you want to let go of the sprayer. Take a look, I'm doing it slow. As I come here, before I lift up the head, I let go and lift. So now we're going to do it fast. Why we need to let go of the trigger before we lift the head of the one? Because this is what's going to happen if you don't. I go forward, backward, and then look, I'm spraying water all over the carpet. You want the steam of the water to be applied right there where the chamber is. So here we go. Now as we go forward, you can see the heat start rolling in. You do your vacuuming. Again, as you vacuum, you lift the one. You You go to the next section. You notice the steam kind of cool off because your thermostat kicked in to keep the temperature at 212. Again, you do dry stroke without spraying. Forward, backward lift. Forward, backward lift. Forward, backward lift. When you're going to do cleaning, forward, backward spraying. Right before you lift, you let go of the sprayer. You lift. This is correct. And this is wrong. This is wrong. Look, you're spraying all over the clean area. Now we're gonna go and show you how to shut down the machine. Remember the correct position or safe position for the one to lay down? Upside down. Let's go. Number one, you're gonna lower the RPM. Step two, you turn the thermostat off and you should be able to see plenty of water going to the tank. As a result of it, your heater gets cooled off. So we're gonna put it on off. You're gonna see the red light coming on, and you're gonna see the excessive water is leaving the unit, allowing the unit to cool off. Now, if this is gonna be the last job of the day, you need to lubricate your vacuum system. Take a look. Right here, there's a valve. You open. You're gonna do about 5 to 6 seconds of spraying lubricant or WD-40 into the valve. While you're spraying, shut off the system. So we're gonna go increase the RPM a little bit. Start spraying. Show the you're done. It's gonna be, now you can disconnect your hoses, your pressure hoses, and pack up everything for the next day.